Wouldn't it be amazing to send a telepathic communication to someone? You know, that thought to thought. You send a thought out, they pick it up, and then next minute, you know, bam, you got a message, or bam, they're saying the right things that you want them to say. Wouldn't it be amazing to do that? Well, telepathic communication is something that you can actually learn, and there's different levels to it, but it also helps strengthen your manifesting state. So welcome to my channel. If you're quite new, head over to my website now, where you'll get to know everything about me, where I'm utilizing my top psychic abilities within manifestation coaching, and I work with people from all walks of life, be it public figures, influencers, professionals. And what I've done is I've launched this educational YouTube channel for you guys to get the downloads from those top psychics, spiritual masters, of which I've gathered on my platform, to give you that kind of an edge when it comes to manifesting. Now, in this video, we're going to really talk about telepathic communication. What is it? How does it work? How can I do it? Well, this is the video for you, so grab a pen and paper. So what is telepathic communication? Well, first thing is that you guys all need to understand that you are spiritual beings in a human body. So your soul is energy, and we are all connected to people via energy. We all hold a different energy. Therefore, the way I work, the way my energy is completely different to yours. But with telepathic communication, there's actually a basic level that you can go away and practice, because with telepathic communication, there's actually levels to it. And when some of the things that I teach my clients is on a most advanced level, because I'm really getting behind strengthening their manifesting states. Now, it is usually a thought or a feeling that you want the other energy to pick up. I mean, isn't that fantastic? I mean, I do it all the time. Obviously, being psychic is picking up certain communication, using certain my senses when I'm getting certain downloads from the non-physical dimension, or even getting it from people around me. So I naturally have that way about me. But there's ways of you strengthening that when you want to send out a particular thought to someone with good, pure intent. Now, the reason why I say to you it strengthens your manifesting state is because manifesting state is always about living in the end desired outcome. But at times we want to see certain things as certain signs or certain symbols as a way to know that you're on the right track with your manifesting state. And telepathic communication is one of those tools that you can use. Now, the first thing that you can do with telepathic communication is you can sit in the energy of all the emotions that you want that person to feel. And when you do that, then what you do is think of a thought. So maybe it's a thought of, I want that person to think about taking me to the cinemas. Okay, right, send that thought out to them telepathically. Or I want that person to contact me. Okay, send it out telepathically. And the way you do it is you visualize the person. And as you visualize the person, just visualize the person being happy of receiving that message. And when you're sending the message out, you have to also vibrationally align to that happiness. So it's about matching each other on a vibrational alignment first in terms of emotions, and then you send out the thoughts. So I will give you an example of something that I did most recently. So one of the interesting things with telepathic communication, and what perhaps other people don't really tell you, is when you have a connection with someone, it's a lot more stronger. But even if you don't have that connection with that person, there's a different ways of doing it. There's different methods that you can use. But when you have a connection with someone, you instantly have that kind of psychic cord between you two. So that psychic cord is like it's an energy line that feeds certain energy between you two. Yeah, it's just between you two. And that cord is usually placed there by the universe, because particularly if it's a spiritual connection. And your spiritual connection you can have within family, friends, or romantic partners. So naturally the cord is just there. So when you know the cord is there, what you do is you sit in your vortex energy, and then you picture that person smiling, right? Just in your mind's eye, smiling away, and you just send the thoughts out. So what I did is I did the same technique. You sit in your vortex energy, you think of that person smiling, even though you feel like you want to strangle them. But you send the thoughts out and you say, right, okay, everything's going to be okay. Don't worry, everything's going to be okay. Everything's fine. Do not worry. And then obviously being psychic, I can go into an energy and then I'm feeling more of a calm, relaxed state. And I'm like, okay, I know that telepathic thought has worked. But what you guys can do is send a telepathic thought, whatever it may be, whether it's a message, whether you want that person, I don't know, to take you out to dinner, you want to go to a cinema, whatever it may be. Yeah, you can try this with friends as well. And when you slip into the energy, what you do is then you just let go. You have to let go of it. You can't think about it over and over again. Forget about the person, totally disconnect yourself after you've done it, and just go about your state in a normal way. That's all you do. So it's just a simple exercise. But as you get more advanced with telepathic communication, what you'll find is that you'll randomly do it random times in the day. And it's happened to me. Yeah. And it's happened to some of my clients, you know. 1 minute they're thinking about someone and the next minute, bam, they get a message. I'm like, Annie, oh my God, like I didn't realize I could do this. I said, well, you know, you're stepping it up a level. That's what you get with working with me. Now, a key tip, you know, when I said to you, go into the happy state. Now you can recall, I don't know, a good memory that you've had with them, or things that you've had a laugh about, or some form of connection which brings that happiness and joy, because that's the emotion that we want to feel when we're sending out such a telepathic communication. And the reason why I know that definitely works is because I psychically had these telepathic communications, but when I'm linking into the telepathic communication, this is like the superpower of like a psychic, right? I know I can pick it up on that person and they're reminiscing of something of the past. And I'm like, oh, you're actually thinking of the good times that we had together. So that's what you need to do. Slip into a memory of the good times that you've shared with that person, and then send that thought out of what it is that you desire. And I guarantee they will pick it up. There's actually something amazing that I'm going to share with you right now. So I did this psychic reading for this client of mine, and I said to her, why am I picking up that you both send each other telepathic communication messages? And she's like, do we? I said, yeah, because the validation I'm going to give you is he was out and he came back with Ben and Jerry's. So did you or did you not telepathically communicate with him and say, bring me home Ben and Jerry's? And she started laughing. She actually did that. I was like, oh God, I have all the things. You said Ben and Jerry's. And I was like, why didn't you just text him? And she's like, no, I really want to strengthen this telepathic communication skill. I was like, well, how do you yak? I was like, you could do something better than Ben and Jerry's. Could have just said, oh, like a diamond ring. It's about time they got married, to be honest. So do you remember the point that I made, that there's different levels to learning about telepathic communication? Well, the reason why there's different levels to it is because when you get behind learning more about your energy, getting behind you as a person, how your mind, how your body, how your energy works, then that upgrade, it starts reflecting upon how you use certain manifestation tools. And an example of that can be the telepathic communication. So even though I've outlined a basic one, which is visualize the person, visualize them so happy, go into a memory of what you've shared in the past, a happy memory. And as you're doing that, send the thoughts out and then disconnect. Yeah, that's like a basic kind of level to telepathic communication. But as you evolve even more spiritually, you'll be able to tap into more than thoughts. You'll be able to tap into more so like emotions and moods, and you'll have a sense of timing with it as well. So there's a lot you can learn when you really get behind your own energy. So try it as an exercise, even if it's someone around you now. Try it as an exercise. Set up this telepathic communication and see what results you get within 48 hours. Try it, guys. The more you practice something, the more better you're going to really get at it. So if you've got any questions about this video, drop your comments here below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because who knows, you might come across a video that's meant for you. Who knows, the universe works in mysterious ways and delivers messages in many different ways. So you might come across something that you may just be drawn to at the right time.